Hello, what is happening, everybody, and welcome to the Dota 2 Champions League Season number 5 finals between Team Empire and ViCi Gaming. This is game number 1 of that finals, and yeah, Team Empire versus ViCi Gaming. I don't think there's any doubt that everybody expecting ViCi to win this one. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Like, the bets currently on Gozo Gamers is absolutely ridiculously huge in ViCi's favor, as they are currently the number 1 team in the world. Team Empire is down by number 7, but I don't think it's gonna be a walkover for ViCi though, because Team Empire, they've been ridiculously good lately. Pulled off some really great wins up against some rather decent teams, and yeah, also took the MLG Pro League. So they're definitely a force to be reckoned with, as they're also invited to the TI, and we're gonna be having keeping a close eye on them, because they're definitely gonna be a factor there. As Gyrocopter and Earthshaker are picked up on their side, where the Lion and the Shadow Fiend are picked up on the side of ViCi Gaming. It's my first ViCi Gaming cast, so I'm really excited. I know Team Empire somewhat by now, kind of how they play their strategy. They play what I like to call Power Dota, which is basically super fast paced. Hellraisers is the best, they're the definition of it. It's super fast paced, constant rotations, constantly moving around, and not as much just sitting back and farming. Basically, they win through killing and not farming. That's what I like. That's what I like about Empire as well. They try different things. They don't rely as much on farm as, let's say, somebody like Cloud9, who are actually kind of become more fight oriented ever since they got Misery and Big Daddy. But they're still very farm oriented team. I think ViCi Gaming are rather much the same. I haven't actually covered this their lineup, or actually how they play, so I'm going to be rather excited to see how they're playing. But yeah, Empire, a good example of what I call Power Dota, which I will get into later once I got some examples to show. For example, Earthshaker is a good hero for it, Gyrocopter as well, because they can fight somewhat early on. As soon as Gyrocopter got called down, he can initiate into team fights, whereas if they had picked potentially somebody like a Slug, it takes a very long time for them to get online. But the Gyrocopter, they give them that early team fight, which is crucial in this patch. That's what I love about this patch. It relies a lot less on farm because the goals have been cut back on, so it makes more sense to fight early on. And ViCi Gaming also realizing that, they banned out a couple of early fight heroes. Lina with the great rotations off of mid lane, got rid of the Axe as well. Io, Beastmaster, a couple of other good fighting heroes. On the side of Empire, they got rid of the Tidehunter and the Broodmother, so a lot of respect being shown towards Ice. As the Queen of Pain, also a very good hero. They maybe should have considered not banning it and maybe picking it up against the Shadow Fiend, but it would all depend on what, if ViCi Gaming, they probably relied on the Queen of Pain to, yeah, of course, to not be there, and then just felt like, alright, we're gonna go for Shadow Fiend in this one. And the Undying as well. He did just get a rather big nerf in my eyes, but he's still a very viable hero because he's so good at fighting early. And Clockwork picked up from ViCi hero. That's probably gonna be an Ice Clockwork. I could have seen Timber work out for them as well. There's some good slow duration that works with the Lion and the Shadow Fiend, enables them to chase down heroes pretty damn well. But the Clockwork is also really going to be setting up that Requiem, plus the races. Empire going to be picking up the Viper. That is probably going to go on to Resolution, as it will probably be a silent Gyrocopter. So they have the safe lane Gyro trying to farm up relatively fast, with the Earthshaker rotations coming out every once in a while. And people are starting to run more dual lanes. The meta has kind of shifted towards that. So it could be like a, maybe not a roaming Earthshaker. It would make sense though. It all depends on their second support, which they haven't picked up yet. ViCi, they're definitely showing off that this right here is it's a solo offlane Clockwork with the Lion sitting in the safe lane, and being that rotating hero, which he can be as well. He just needs to get a point into Earth Spike, into Hex, and potentially also Mana Drain, and then he's basically good for ganks. Then he'll have almost the max amount of time he can actually stun somebody up just by getting Hex and Earth Spike. That's about, say, 1.2 seconds plus Hold on. Visage pickup. That's actually rather interesting. I'll get back to the line in a second. It's a really, really neat pickup to work up against the Viper and the Gyrocopter to kind of force him to into the fight. Because Visage, he can just send his familiars over, either stun him up or just try to do damage to him and make sure that they get pulled into the fight as well. And of course, by stunning them up, there's also a great deal of chase and a good team fight. Plus, he can use them to scout as well. But yeah, Lion, what I was saying about him is that basically, at level 2, he has got 3.5 seconds of disable. Plus 80 burst damage. It's not half that bad. At level 2, that is pretty damn good. Of course, Earth Spike does scale a lot better than Hex, which is why you usually only put 1 point in a Frog until they get past that level 11. And then you start leveling that as well. Rubik pickup. Oh, very, very neat pickup here from Team Empire. He's probably not going to be getting the familiars, but there's a good chance that he could maybe pick up a Cogs or Battery Assault. But the main target, I feel, is for this Rubik is going to be the Lion, basically. But there's also a lot of early gank potential because he is very, very centered on getting single pickoffs, which is pretty damn good if you're laying a tri-lane up against the Clockwork. Sure, you can Battery Assault, but because Telekinesis is not channeled, he's just going to get pulled right back in, maybe into a Fissure or an Enchant Totem as well. And Gyrocopter, because Battery Assault doesn't have that wide of a radius, is going to be taking him down with the Rocket Barrage relatively easily. Hold on, what is the... I would like to see what the AoE on that is, because I might be mistaken about the Rocket Barrage, but he should be able to bring him down regardless. As Joe Ranger and the Enchantress are picked off here. ViCi Gaming, they have a mid, they're looking for a safe lane carry. And at this point, because the Clockwork, I'm actually kind of surprised they didn't pick up a Skywrath Mage, but regardless. In terms of what works with the Clockwork, need somebody who can do damage from... Yeah, they have 3 ranged heroes already, so they need a melee carry, I feel. And when the Drone Ranger... Nope, it's actually going to be ranged, it's going to be the Weaver. Also works rather well inside the cogs, or outside of the cogs, just by doing sheer damage. Plus, is relatively decent trying to get out of all that burst damage, and should be able to outdo the Viper as well. Just by sheer movement speed. Because once he pops Sakuchi, the Viper Strike, as far as I know, is not going to affect him. Well, maybe the damage is, but the slow isn't. And he has it every 6 seconds, so... Team Empire, they're looking for a carry. No, they're not. They're actually not looking for a carry. They're looking for an offlaner. Unless it's going to be Viper offlane. There's the option of a Timber Saw. But... I mean, Timber Saw's alright. Timber Saw is an okay hero for the offlane. I don't know how he's going to fare if he goes against somebody like the Clockwork. He doesn't deal with Magic Harass all that well. He deals somewhat fine with the regular right-click Harass. But Magic Harass, there's just no way. And if Visage sits in the same lane as he does, he's gonna get so... It's gonna be so bad for him. It's gonna be actually... Hold on. Alright, so this is offlane Shaker. And a Rubik Disruptor. Alright, okay. Shaker has become a lot more popular as an offlane pickup because you get those quick levels on him. And he has the escape in terms of the Fissure, so it's actually not half that bad. He doesn't really need farm, which is why he's so great for the offlane. He just needs the experience to get that Echo Slam. And running him in the offlane, that's going to give him that super, super fast. It's basically like having a mid Shaker who doesn't take last hits. It's super, super good. But yeah, that's going to be rotating their lanes around. That could throw ViCi Gaming a bit off balance because Earthshaker, he lanes very, very well up against the Clockwork. Because he can basically just drop the Fissure whenever he really feels like it. And Clockwork, he cannot afford to get close to the cog, or to get close and try to run into the cogs. And of course, Empire, this is game 1, but they're coming in with a 1-game advantage because they came from the upper bracket, as far as I know. So we're going to be having Silent on that Gyrocopter rotating sweetly towards that top lane. Likewise with Aloha Dance on the Disruptor. I'll actually just run through the lanes once we've got everything settled in. Looks like there will be no smoke rotations. ViCi, they're rotating down towards the bottom rune. Nice little ward there out by Yoku. So that's going to be scouting out any potential ganks coming his way. And this rune, this top rune right here, should very much go the way of Resolution. Or if they run it for, they might actually get it for the Gyrocopter, because Resolution, he doesn't really need the bottle. Which is why they're probably running it like this. And yeah, Yoku, he's just like, I'm not getting in this mess. He can drop a Fissure and try to steal it, but that's also about it. Could have actually rotated into the Roche Pit and just drop a Fissure, walk out, and walk away. But it would be a risky stratus. FY is in position, likewise with Super. And if he figures it out and he scales Shadow Rays, that's one dead Earthshaker. Fenrir is also sitting there. He's got a Soul Assumption, both the Soul Assumption and the Grave Chill in case Yoku should get close, but he's just up there waiting to block out the creeps. And looks like the runes will be split 50-50, Resolution taking one. And Shaker, he's not going to be dropping the wall just yet. Going to be trying to run ahead and then maybe dropping a wall to try to prevent the lane from pushing. Try to get it underneath the tower. That's basically his best shot for last hits, I think. Is to try to drag the wave underneath the tower. Always want to fly. Yep, it's going to be an aggro tri-lane top with the Rubik. Probably going to be the rotating hero here. Ice only catching out two with the cogs, but that's just fine as well. You're sending out one or two creeps to die. But yeah, that's probably why I always want to fly. He wanted to tank it up so the lane doesn't move. You don't want it to moving from that spot right there. Likewise on the mid lane, you really want to be letting it stay, or letting it stay in the river. Tao is going to be on the safe lane. Weaver, they're running this as an aggro try as well. Aloha Dan's going to be trying to harass out Ice. It's going to be, I think, actually a better lane for Ice than if he was up against the solo lane Earthshaker. As mid, do I have Super? He's going to be trying to farm up against Resolution here. Hold on, I should just actually be running through the lane's Resolution. On his Viper is going to be going up against the mid lane versus ViCi Super. So down the bottom lane we got Yoku on the Earthshaker playing up against Fenrir on the ViCi. FY on the Lion, the Frogman, and Weaver played by How. So on the top lane, Ice. He's gonna be playing a good old Clockwork as Silent, sitting on a Gyrocopter. Aloha Dance is on the Disruptor, and Always Wanna Fly is gonna be on the Rubik. As on middle lane, this is not a surprising outcome for the middle lane. Viper's a very strong middle laner and deals very well with magic damage once he gets the corrosive skin worked out. So Super is not going to be having much damage in the races, which means that Resolution, he should just be farming away on this lane. And Silent is doing the same thing up in the top lane. They've not really managed to keep the lane super steady, but as long as it doesn't push underneath their tower, which it will in a moment because they have two ranged heroes, or not ranged heroes, and ranged creeps, he should be somewhat fine. So just going to try to take the last hits that he can before the lane leaves. How also has two ranged creeps, so not super good lane management so far. Got actually Rubik rotating in. This could be very bad for Super. He's going to burn down so fast to the Viper once the poison attack starts coming out. And he just needs to get the wave in. And the wave is pushing like crazy right now. Super, he goes in. That's a bit of a risky strat. Did he actually see him? I don't know. He's not really seeming... Nah, I think Always Want to Fly. He thought he saw him. So he's going to be rotating back up on top lane. Whereas FY, trying to do the pulls down here in the bottom lane. Weaver trying to keep the lane steady as well. And How doing a pretty good job of that. As Yoku, sitting on boots and a Tango, has a Fissure in not too long. In a bit more than, in about 10 seconds he has a Fissure. But Rubik is back up on that top lane. Could be trying to go for a TP back down. He's sitting on the edge there. They're probably trying to lure Super in again. But yeah, Resolution, as soon as he starts getting those poison attacks off, it's gonna hurt. Fenrir, not really sure what he's doing. He's just sitting there. FY has rotated towards that middle lane. I don't know if they saw the Lion. Resolution, he's sitting there basically as bait right now. He's playing so aggressively, knowing that he has the Earthshaker as the backup. Up in the top lane, Ice playing carefully. Not really any drama up there. And Silent though, this Weaver, he's got to be careful. I fear that this Weaver might actually get out carried by the Gyrocopter, because Gyrocopter is a stronger teamfight hero, and Weaver is very much an escape hero. Kind of just always sneaking about. Has better mobility than Gyrocopter, but Gyrocopter doesn't need the mobility. Weaver does.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
And Rubik being a very, very good hero up against the, or basically, yeah, synergizing well with the Gyrocopter and being a very, very good hero up against Weaver because he can just disable him for almost what? Oh, hold on, ViCi. Don't think it's going to amount to anything. He does have the double damage and could drop a Fissure. That's what he wanted to. Oh, hasn't dropped it yet. FY trying to bait it out. There it goes. Now Lohadan's rotating in. They're going on Ice as well as Silent, trying to do damage. In the meantime, the kinetic field has been dropped. FY, is he going to be first blood? Yes, he is. He is going to go towards Yoku, and Ice is sitting in the middle of everything. It's going to get brought down as well. So 2 kills out from Empire. Very, very good start for them so far. They're sitting at the top of the farm board, and Viper is winning that middle lane pretty convincingly. In terms of net worth, sitting about 200 higher than the Shadow Fiend. But very, very good start. Also, F5 getting an early kill, which means that he can start farming in relative safety. Gonna be throwing this level 3 Clockwork very much off balance. And yeah, Ice has just not had a good start. They've been doing an amazing job of trying to harass him out. But once he gets that hook shot, Clockwork is not really a hero you need to survive. He just needs to get in and disrupt the team fight enough for Super to get some damage in. Resolution, he's gonna be going forward. FY, he could turn him into a frog. Mistakes were made. FY, he has the stun as well. The full disable duration. Where are the raises? Not really that much on point. Now, Rubik coming in, he could lift Super. He's actually gonna do it, toss him back. But it could cost him his life. One more raise. Oh, almost getting there. There's the stun though. Counter initiation out by Yoku. And Super is burning low, but not gonna be just not enough. And Super just gonna be healing up with the Ice. Sending off to the side, just for a bit of added security. And 6-minute rune is up. Not really the rune he was up before. This is going to be a bounty rune. Oh, always want to fly. He might have actually dropped from that if that had hit him. Yep, he would have. Definitely. How? Has found a haste rune down the bottom lane. He's got, what has he got coming for him? A Wraith Band. Basically a Ring of Aquila. was what he was getting. Oh, Ice gonna get trapped inside of his, not really trapped inside of his own cox, but it is gonna go burned down by the call down. And that's the issue with Disruptor. The kinetic field doesn't really help you much up against Clockwork. Thunderstrike does, but kinetic field, basically Clockwork is a hero that doesn't want to leave. Like once he drops the cogs, it doesn't really work out with the kinetic field. It's not really gonna do much to him. Oh, Yoku. How is also sitting in a bit of a bad spot here. But there's not really much Yoku can do. Oh, they found Ice again. Shadow Fiend as well in the middle lane. FY, is he going to be trying to get resolution? Yes, he is. Is he going to get him? One more right click. There it is. Missing a couple of kills there. Yoku trying to look for Fenrir. Not really going to find him. That is one pretty damn neat ward. The Clockwork Watcher. Always want to fly has rotated in deep. They're pinging him out. That is Ice. I think he has scouted him out. But yeah, Ice is not having a good game so far. He is 0-3. Lion is getting his triangle boots now. So FY is going to be a lot better of a rotator. He's going to be able to keep himself mana and healthed up. As the ward is going to be scouting him out as he rotates in here. Down the bottom lane, they're trying to force out Yoku here. He's just hit level 5, should be fairly satisfied with that. His experience per minute is actually not the worst, considering the lane that he's had, but yeah, Ice is probably the, probably had the rougher off lane. And Shaker, he's not going to be getting the triangles. This is the new meta. Instead of just getting your Arcane's build, you just go for triangles and the Soul Ring. Which is actually rather neat, because Soul Ring gives you almost as much as Arcane's does. It gives you enough for a Fissure, for an extra Fissure, and Triangle Boots allow you to rotate a lot faster because of the added movement speed. Oh, on the mid lane, Resolution. It's burning low, Super. They want to go for the kill here. The Frog is not up, and he's not going to go down. They could go for counter initiation. Yoku's back in. They're going to go on FY. There goes the Nether Strike, or the Viper Strike, and he's going to be burning down. Nether Strike is Spirit Breaker. I do know that. And FY as well, not having a super good game so far. Is out leveling the Clockwork. which was something. Oh, he got sent back. I think at least. Or did he? No, he just TP'd out.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I think because he had the Thunder Strike on him. I don't think he just TP'd in. But yeah, Lordans is going to be trying to push in that top lane. Because or not how, Silent is almost done farming here. He's got another Bracer, so a bit of extra early game damage. As Yoku is rotating in, How is sitting underneath the tower actually. They don't know he's there. They think they want to go and always want to fly when the wave pushes. Try to aggro the creeps instead of him. Rubik, he's got his Tranquils as well. Oh, they're pinging him out. They know he's sitting there. They just want to go. They got the Observer Ward. Didn't actually realize that it scouted him. Or actually forgot it was there. To correct myself. How is just going to be running out. Maybe into the squad of Resolution and Alohadans. Nope, he's walking away. They could try to go for him. He has another Sakuchi and a time-lapse. But he's going to be joining up with Super, who's now trying to take down the mid lane. How? Sakuchi out. It's not actually leaving. He's going to go into Alohadans here and going to get trapped by the kinetic field and the static storm. How? Mistakes were made. And he's going to get brought down. Alohadans not even going to drop. It's actually gonna live it. Holy hell. And FY, he was ready for the snipe, but not gonna happen. So up on top lane, rotations have come out from Silent as well. This is just Empire playing an amazing game right here.
Boom, there it goes.
They're playing so coordinated and ViCi making a lot of mistakes. This tower is almost within the eye range. It's 7 HP away.
Tower is under attack.
Fenrir, he's got the familiars online now. And the medallions, that's going to be working very much in the favor of ViCi. They can bring down the Gyrocopter a lot faster now. Or the Viper if they really feel like it. How has taken up the middle lane as Shadow Fiend is more of a bit more of a rotating hero who almost has the mechanism actually done. Give him a bit of survivability. There it goes. Rubik now also has his Tranquils. Tranquil Boots. I gotta figure out how the hell to pronounce that. I'm pronouncing it Triangle Boots. But regardless. Silent getting some good farm. And now the rotation in from Empire. They want to find FY again. Ice is backing out. There goes the glimpse into the kinetic field. And How, or FY, he is down and out for the count. And Alohadans is on a killing spree now. The support, the Disruptor, is sitting on 3-0. And on the mid lane, rotation in from Always Want to Fly. He wants to try to get Super and Weaver, or Super and How done. He's actually got a time-lapse for it. I'm not really sure why. It's a tiny amount of damage he time-lapsed out of. And Rubik, he stole Swarm. It's actually rather neat. It's a good little pickup. It's good for pushing, actually. So he's probably going to be hanging out of that just for a bit of a duration. Not really an amazing one. Now the smoke up. They want to. Who do they actually want to find? They can go for FY. They can loop around. How is sitting in there as well. Likewise with Fenrir. They have a lot of options. And it's only the Viper currently sitting there. At least that's what they can not see at this point. Familiars. Not going to be scouting them out just yet. They're rotating for Yoku. How is going to be trying to jump on him. He does have the Echo Slam. Or Yokai. I'm pronouncing it Yoku the entire time. Yokai. How moving around. Resolution. Figuring it out. And he's going to be... No! Oh, so close. Think we were just managed to Sakuchi there. Before Resolution saw him. He's back on the mid lane, so no engagement and a bit of a wasted smoke there. Ice. Does have a hook shot now. He's going to get glimpsed back. No kinetic field though. He's going to get burned down. Call down as well. Strapped Silent, but there goes the kinetic field and the static storm. Fenrir doing what he can from afar, but Silent is just too big. Fenrir dropping so damn low. He is the man right now. He's 2-1-3 with almost 100 last hits, and now the fight initiates on his Silent F5 with a finger, and they're going to be burning him down. How is in there as well, but yeah, Fenrir actually surprisingly aggressive considering his HP, but then again, he knows if he dies and at least gets the medallion off, he should be somewhat fine. The familiars, he doesn't have any, so he's going to be having to rotate back now. But yeah, they lost Silent. For the first time in the game. No, actually for the second time in the game. Hook shot in on Yoku. He has the Echo Slam. He's going to be dropping it. Ice. Doesn't even care. And they're going to be fighting Yoku. So a bit of a turnaround here for VG. Trying to get things under control again. They want to be dictating the pace of this game, but Empire has not been allowing that so far. And always want to fly. He's got a soul ring as well. Rubik is a hero that needs mana. So, like, this, but he has a rather large space mana pool, but he really needs more. Like, he's constantly spamming spells, and his spells are super expensive. Like, Fate Bolt, compared to what it actually does, hurt or costs so much mana. Likewise with the telekinesis. So he really needs mana. Plus, when he picks up those big ultis, he needs even more. For instance, let's just say he stole Lion Finger. At level 3, that's 650. That's more than his mana pool right now. So he really needs the extra burst. And especially if you're... Let's just say that you're playing up against somebody like an anti-mage. Just with the sake... I know they aren't, but just for the sake of doing it. If you build Arcanes on Rubik, you're going to be increasing the mana pool and increasing the potential damage that Mana Void is going to be doing to you. With the Soul Ring, it's not going to be doing that. Plus, you can maybe see the reaction coming out from him, and then just pop the Soul Ring right as the Mana Void comes. If it's a fully leveled Mana Void. If not, then it doesn't really make sense. But yeah, always want to fly in the Lohdans. They're smoked up. Fenrir, FY, and Super, they're also smoked up. Sitting inside the Roche Pit, they might be looking to go for it. And with House showing and ISS as well, I don't think they know. They're rotating in their Yoku. This is interesting if they'll get there in time, because the Roche is dropping fast. Getting some good damage off, and plus the placement of the Dark Lord and the Medallion just burning him down. And on the mid lane, they will find Ice, but at what cost? They're losing out on the Roshan. And yep, there comes FY. He's back in the fray, but there goes the Roshan. It's now on Super. And they gotta make some use of this. ViCi, they're behind. They're the guys that have to play defensively right now. Oh, the glimpse! Back with Super. Telekinesis wall, dropping him low in the Empire. Bringing down Super. Fenrir almost dropping as well. Resolution found his way into the fight. Now it's time for round 2 and Super. It's getting stunned up immediately, and the kinetic field. Trapping in FY and Super, and they're gone. Almost a team wipe out from Empire. And now the... Oh, hold on. He tried to time-lapse out of it. He's actually going to get trapped, but... No follow-up, though. Ice back in the fray, but he's only level 8. This Clockwork is not doing well. As Empire, now going to be pressuring that tier 1 tower. And they can't really afford to lose a whole lot more towers, ViCi. Like, the gold graph currently is basically sitting in 3,000 in the favor of Empire right now. And they're just destroying ViCi Gaming. And now the Blink Dagger as well. 17-minute Blink Dagger picked up from the Earthshaker. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. And looks like they want to find how. He has the Blink. Could go in for it. Doesn't know where he went. Blinking to the wrong location. How? He's jumping back out again. There goes the Fisher. Is going to be finding him. And the Echo as well. How? He's dropping low. Is almost going to go down. Going to be able to time-lapse out of it. But he doesn't have enough for TP. Lodans, he's in there as well. They got the glimpse. Glimpsing him back. Way back. How? He's going to drop to the cooldown. I think at least he's actually trying to Sakuchi out. Not going to happen though. Earthshaker says no. And Silent taking the credit for that kill. He's working his way with the Mithril Hammer. That's probably going to be working to a quick BKB. But yeah, Empire right now, they're playing amazingly well. That was not bad moves out from How. He could have TP'd a bit sooner, but his moves right there were pretty damn good. He almost got him out, but such good awareness out by Yokai. Just preventing any chance from him escaping. Nice blind Fisher as well. It didn't seem like they had any detection for him, because Rubik doesn't have a gem, Earthshaker doesn't have a gem. That was just some super good Fishers. Anticipating exactly where he wanted or where How was going. And Empire, I am surprised about their performance so far. This is definitely a positive upset in my eyes. Not that I have anything against ViCi. They're my favorite Chinese team. But Empire right now, they're playing so well. It is a pleasure to watch. As the bottom tower has been brought down. I think Super was actually going for the last hit. Not really going to find it. Everybody from Empire, they're actually grouping up right now. They don't have the Echo Slam, which is probably why they need to be a bit more careful because every single, except for the finger, which FY has up in about 6 seconds. There goes the rocket. It's going to be scouting out Yoku. Also going to be scouting out Lordance on the way. That's actually got the Glimmer Cape. That's pretty damn cool. Bit of invisibility. Not for long. It's about 5-second duration, but the spell resistance and the magic resistance is pretty damn good off of this cape, especially for somebody like a disruptor. He really needs to get unseen into these team fights and just drop all of his spells at once. There it goes. There goes the fit or the smoke of deceit. Gonna be trying to rotate in there, ping it out. That's actually the casters, I think. Pinging out Ice. But they might be rotating towards the mid lane as well. It does sure it hell seem like it. Super. They might find Super and Fenrir. Yoku is going to get found. He does have an echo in a couple of seconds. They're going to bring down Fenrir first. No question about it. The Urn is going to be taking him down. And Yoku going to be there just for the secure pickup. And a mega killing streak so far from Melohadans. He's 505. This Disruptor, dare I say it, he's farmed. This is a core Disruptor right here. They're looking for FY as well. He has TP'd for that top lane. He might actually find him. There goes the Static Storm and the Kinetic Field. FY is going to be burning down. And it's another kill for Aloha Dance. Holy hell. I take it back. This is a core Disruptor. This is definitely the core Disruptor. On the mid lane, we're almost missing a fight. Rec Room is going to go. Ice. They're trying to burn down Silent. And they're going to find him, but at the cost of Super. I didn't think they would go without the Disruptor, but seeing the fact that he just picked off the line, it would have been a worthy trade for it. Yoku, they could actually be rotating in here. How? Not really low. And they're going to be pulling back. Adding the Rocket Scout in there, it would have been worth it. And Lincoln's now picked up on How. So this is a rather good pickup on him. It's going to be preventing the Rubik Telekinesis as far as I know. I don't think it's going to be blocking out the Fissure. But it's also going to be getting rid of the Viper Strike. I don't know if Poison Attack actually breaks Lincoln's. It could be. But it's also a great item out from for Super. In terms of if you want to get the Shadow Fiend in there quick and without actually taking casualties along the way, or at least just so he can get off his Requiem, you should just be popping it on him, and then he's going to basically just wander in before he gets to BKB and drop that Requiem, because there's not going to be a whole lot stopping it. Oh, Lodance is rotating towards the top lane. Looks like they want to fight it. Always want to fly. He's sitting there. Might lift. How? He's going to be going in for it. There goes the Static Storm. Plus the Kinetic Field. How is burning down. FY. He doesn't have the mana for his finger. How? Getting burned down. They got the Observer Ward. Ice in there as well. He's jumping on the Resolution. But there goes the FY. He's going to drop in Resolution. He's not dead yet. How? He's getting burned down. Ice trying to TP out. They got nothing for him. There goes the Echo Slam though. Is going to be preventing that CP. And Resolution with the double kill. And we haven't actually talked a whole lot about Resolution, but he has got the Aghanim Scepter now. And Empire just dominating this game so far. Fenrir is going to be scouting out this Empire team. Dice Courier. Oh, how? That is a really, really good pickup. That's going to be denying the Courier for about 2 or almost 3 minutes actually for Empire. So that's no Aghanim Scepter for the Viper for 3 minutes. It's a big pickup. How or always want to fly? Has stolen Takuchi. Not really sure what he needs to do with it. Clockwork. Ice. Getting that Blade Mail. That's going to be crucial up against somebody like Resolution, because the damage is going to be burning him in return. So his Corrosive Skin is going to be walking 2 A's. Likewise with the Poison Attack. That's a really, really neat pickup up from Ice, out from Ice. An Earthshaker. I think he's actually going. Yeah, he's going the way of Force Staff right now. You don't get Aghanim Scepter as the first item. He needs to be more mobile. It's hard on a very, very mobile hero, but he needs to be a bit more mobile. Rubik. Of course, yeah, Stone Sakuchi Could be good with a bit of a better pickup for maybe steal something like Alliance Bell. Disruptor is working his way towards his axe as well. Is sitting on a bit more than the clockwork. Resolution has dropped down. How has started to find a bit of farm, which has enabled him to almost get his BKB. Unless this is a Desolator, which I'm not anticipating. It could be. It would be a very, very good Desolator, but they should have somewhat enough minus armor for everybody. With the medallion on Fenrir.
And it's off.
And he's working his way towards his axe as well. Adioku. Once again, going to be taking a look at him. Not really. As we're probably going to be trying to catch up on Silent here. Has found an Alpha Wolf, so going to be increasing his damage. Oh, this could be big. How? He's in a very, very bad spot. They could try to lift him. Has popped Sakuchi. Rubik is now going to get revealed. Looks like they won't try to go for him for now. And Silent is just going to be rotating back. But the Alpha Wolf is going to be crucial for him. And I love the fact that he hasn't got a single point in the homing missile. Just, well, I can understand why, because you are a carry gyrocopter. If you're going to be playing support gyrocopter, you just max homing missile and forget about the flak cannon. Rocket barrage and homing missile. But at least putting 1 point into it, I feel would be alright. So maybe chase down somebody like Hao. And maybe try to throw Ice off once he gets inside the cogs. You just pop the homing missile on him. Of course, it does take a bit of a delay. Hold on, down the bottom lane. Hao is gonna be able to escape there. Yoku's in there as well. Oh, the Requiem is gonna be going to always want to fly. It's force staffing himself out. Actually, force staff up by Yokai.
Money changes hands.
As mid lane. Oh, that was a blind fissure right there. Gyro in it with the double damage rune and ViCi. They don't see him. They don't see him sitting in there. Now they do. ISI is going to be scouting out the Roche pit. This could be the perfect time for ViCi to fight. They don't have the Requiem. They don't have the time lapse. And they have in about a second, but they're not going to fight it. Of course, with the Requiem of Soul Sound. Had they had the Requiem, I think they would have tried to fight it. Yeah, that's actually true. It's not a very good situation to actually fight it. Very, very good choke point. Oh, hold on. Clockwork. It's gonna get glimpsed basically into nothing. Oh, the hook shot out onto the creep wave. Well played out from ISS. But yeah, I take my words back. It was not a good time for ViCi to fight. Had they had the Requiem, they could have considered it. But considering the fact that call down was available, likewise with the Echo Slam, if they had all grouped up in there, it would have just been over. They could have called GG right there and then. Because I don't think this Empire Steam train is gonna stop, and giving up an entire team wipe inside a Roche pit could basically have been it. As Disruptor is going to be getting the first major components for his Aghanim Scepter. It's about halfway there. That's going to be a big Ags. Upgradable Aghanim Scepter. I would love to see what it actually does. I have heard it's very, very good, but I cannot immediately remember what it does. I think it actually does a bit more damage and increases the duration and such. Basically the good old regular Axe stuff. And nah, that's on Silencer. That's Silencer's items. Yeah, Rubik. Always want to fly. Hasn't been finding any major pickups of any spells so far. He is 0-1 and 8. Has been partaking about half of what Empire has been doing so far, which is very, very good for Rubik. Resolution. It's gonna be farming up, and ViCi, they're trying to juke out, or just basically trying to avoid every single fight they can. It's gonna be a Desolator up from the Weaver. Minus armor for everybody, ladies and gentlemen. So you got the Requiem, or not the Requiem, the Presence of the Dark Lord, which nobody skills because it's not very good. It's like it doesn't scale well, and it only gives you about 3 in armor reduction. But yeah, looks like Empire happy to trade these two. Hao also rotating back, likewise with Super. They're trying to just force out a couple of rotations, which is why they're sticking around. Just to get that out. Silent, burning down the Ancients here. as he could be working himself towards the butterfly. And Shadowfiend's not going to be getting a BKB, or not a BKB, an MKB anytime soon. He has worked into the BKB, but probably looking for some other item here next. He has 3.2k gold, should also be considering saving up for buyback at this point. How? Has been farming well so far. His GPM has actually increased rather well. Oh, Silent. Not going to get initiated upon just yet. How? He wants to go for him. But Empire, oh, Silent. Yoku as well. Jumping in with the Echo Slam. And that's going to be one dead Weaver. Aegis is reclaimed in about 2 minutes. And Yokai, I got to get this right. You got to change your name to Yoku, my man. Yokai. YOKY. Is I just lost my train of thought there for a second, but yeah, Silent has the Aegis reclaimed in not too long. He is going to be getting an item. There's the finished up butterfly coming his way, and yeah, with the non-present MKB out from both Shadowfiend. Oh, hold on, Resolution is in trouble here. FY is going to be stunning him up, and that's going to be run dead Resolution. But looks like they're quite happy because they're trying to trade it for tier 3 up on the top lane. Rotations are going to be coming back, but they're not carrying TPs. They're forced to walk back here. Pretty much none of them are carrying TPs. Empire, they can just burn through this tier 3 tower, no problem. Super's in there as well. He has a Requiem. It's going to be trying to force him out with the raises. There goes the Rocket. Is going to be trying to scout him out. Now the chase. Ice. He could be going for the hook shot here. He's going to go for it. Going to find Silent. But is going to get force staffed out. Ice burning down inside of this kinetic field. There goes the cooldown as well. Super trying to get rid of Silent. The Requiem is going to go, but Silent BK beat up as well. No damage for you, Super. And this is the clash of the Titans right here. 2 down for each side already. Super burning down. And there goes the Aegis. Fenrir, though, is going to get burned down by Earthshaker. How is back in the fray, trying to take down Yokai. But Silent is going straight face-to-face against How. And this might actually be a fight that How wins. As the Familiars are in there as well. They're going to be trying to drop How time-lapsing back. Silent is trying to walk out here. But How, he's just too damn fast. The drums are going to get popped. There is an illusion rune that could save him. Almost, at least. He's getting burned by the little leech there. How? Try and chase him down. Resolution's now back. They could try to counter-initiate on him. As How is just trying to wander out of there. He just realized that Resolution's there. Oh, they could scout him out. Takuchi's going to wear off in about a couple of seconds there. They know he's sitting in there. He has mana, though. He should be fine. So, a 4-for-4 trade. I'll probably say with ViCi. They could be winning on that front, but just Silent not dying. He's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. No question about that. Farming up pretty damn well. He's sitting on 250 gold per minute. Or not gold per minute, last hits. 250 gold per minute. That would be hideous for a gyrocopter. At least a carry gyrocopter. But yeah, he's sitting on 250 last hits in 32 minutes. So not half that bad considering the amount of he's actually been fighting. Fenrir. Oh, the hook shot. Ondo always want to fly actually. And he's going to be burned down. And FY. They're trying to chase that Resolution. Not going to get much mana from it. Shioku. Yokai. He's got the basically everything off cooldown. And has mana for the entire thing. So he is definitely up and combat ready. When they get always want to fly back, I'd love to see him try to go for something. Of course that team fight didn't go entirely according to plan. But if they can burn down Hal before he gets too much off, they should be very much able to win that. Because Hal was their main source of damage last time. The Requiem didn't do anything that fight. So if they can bring down Super, or maybe just let the BKB Gyro just try to sit there and force out the Requiem, they should be fine. So always want to fly. This is going to be cleaning up the middle lane. FI and Super, they're looking for a rotation and to try to take him out. It's a risky strat though. Ice is the only one sitting back defending right now. They're going to be trying to TP out, leaving 2 up on the top lane. That's FI and How. But they need them for the team fight. I think Empire, they know. Always want to fly. It's going to go down here as the rotation is out from Resolution. So we're fighting on two fronts right here. He's going to be trying to burn down FY. Should be very much successful. Force staff out. Ice is going to be popping the cogs. But the call down onto Ice. Silent is going to be eating that Requiem. No problem for him. He's BK beat up. How is sitting there in there as well. And Silent might actually burn down here. He's taking so much damage. Taking down from Urine as well. There goes the Echo onto Ice. Wants to try to find the pickoffs. Yule's up as well. Aloha Dance is trying to help out his buddy there. It's going to be trapping two inside the kinetic field with the Static Storm. And How is on the other side of the freaking map right now, so he's not able to come back and help. Fenrir is going to be trying to chase down Aloha Dance. He knows he doesn't have anything online, but Aloha Dance just turning around. This should be another pickoff. There comes the Familiars, but they're too late. Aloha Dance TPing out, and there it goes. Aloha Dance. The final little bit of burst damage. Silent TPing out. He's going to be making it. Yes, he is. And How not finding the pickoff he wanted. Holy hell. Empire. They're playing right to the edge, but they're winning almost every single one of those fights. And Silent, he's just so farmed. He's working for Scotty here. He's going to be so damn tanky once he gets that up and running. Always want to fly. Going to be trying to get rid of a few wards here. You got the Roshan as well. It's back up and online, so they could be potentially going for that. So they have Vision as well. And Odon's rotating down there. Silent needs to get down there. Not really fast. They're not really under any sort of pressure. ViCi, they have a relatively strong Rosh team, but as long as they got Vision up, they should be able to contest that Roshan really, really well. I don't think ViCi, they're going to be able to take Roshan anymore. The map is constantly pushed out from Empire. And, yeah. Empire, they're just a better choke point finding team. And Resolution going to be starting out on the Roshan. Silent rotating down to probably take it. I could imagine with the cheese being on at this time. So that could go the way of Resolution. Depends on how they want to play it out. There goes the rocket flare. But I don't think it's going to be fast enough though. The rotations are relatively slow. They're converging on the Rose Pit. Fenrir doesn't have Familiar, so he can't be sending them in. Another rocket flare showing that they're not that far. How has the double damage rune. This might be the time to go. Double damage rune just wearing off. Finding the regeneration rune. Not really going to be doing much. And Roshan is dropping fairly low. Rotations back out. This could be a time for the counter initiation from Yokai. The Rosh is dropping. It is super low. It's going to go down. And there goes the hookshot in from Ice. They want to fight immediately with that Silent. Taking a big time load of damage. As Super is going to be BKBing up as well. How eating the full damage of that call down. Yoku sitting up on the high ground is going to be, oh, the Requiem. Not really actually doing much. Super is going to get burned down. Fenrir might actually drop as well. They got everything going out on him. Super is back in for round 2, but just to get bursted down. Almost a team wipe. As the Fenrir going to get glimpsed back and taken care of. FY. Oh, I think he was just like, alright, I dropped my finger. I'm out of here, boys. This is not my fight. And Empire taking another convincing fight. As Hal was one of the first to drop as well. He got the cheese, but not much he could do. And this could mean middle racks. This could even mean top racks. The pushing power out from Empire right now is so strong. These racks, or these towers, they're dropping so damn fast. Gonna be moving on to the racks now. Could be rotating straight top to take the top ones. And they're not sitting on buybacks, only on the Weaver. But it's not gonna be enough to fight him. As Yokai already has the Echo Slam online, and they're going to be taking 2 lanes of racks. I don't know how ViCi they're going to be defending up against this. They don't have the best deep pushing team, and Empire are going to be super satisfied just walking back out of there. Maybe actually, yeah, they're going to be converting on bottom here to take that bottom tower, and ViCi, they can't fight it. They cannot fight that far out. As you got the call down, you got everything but Requiem online again. Everything but Requiem. And that is a big spell. I don't know if it actually, I don't know how it actually works on Rubik. I would love to see that. I would love to see that. But yeah, Yokai, they're going to be burning down this tower. Nothing that ViCi can do at this point. But just to let it fall. And it looks like Empire, they want to fight this. They want to end it now. There isn't really a whole lot to lose for them. They got 2 lanes of racks, so ViCi, they're not going to be able to push out regardless. And they're going to walk straight up onto the high ground. Super Trying to get rid of him. FY now coming in with a finger. Silent. He's burning so low. Rec Room out from Rubik. It's going to be hitting everybody. FY, he's dropping solo. ISSI trapped inside of his own cogs. There goes the second Rec Room out from Super. But the call down is burning him down. Resolution taking quite a lot of damage. ISSI is going to drop. Empire, though. Silent is getting burned down from the side. There goes the Echo Slam. Super is going to die. And Fenrir. Oh, how? Doing a lot of damage to Resolution. They're going to be able to find him. Lift as well. FY, blinking onto the high ground. Cock stolen by Rubik. Perfect steal. And they should be home scot-free. Yokai and always want to fly. So not really the fight that they wanted. Lost their couple of cores and a bit more and not as disciplined as last time. But the mid lane is pushing. So ViCi Gaming, they aren't able to push off the back of it, and that's the unfortunate thing for him right now. They need both Weaver and Shadow Fiend online to try to push. Shadow Fiend, of course, going for the push item, the Mantis style, which is not something you usually get for Shadow Fiend. But they need the extra damage that's going to provide. Unfortunately, it's going to be making the Echo Slam off of Earthshaker just so much bigger. And he's actually not going for a Refresher Orb. He's going for the Sheep Stick, it seems like. The Lotus Orb. Now online by Disruptor. That's a cool pickup. Actually, that's a really, really cool pickup. That means he's basically immune to the Lion right now. Because if Lion fingers Disruptor, he's going to be taking the same amount of damage and potentially actually killing himself with one blow. Not exactly, because he has got the Glimmer Cape, so the extra magic damage resistance, but regardless, Disruptor pickup, this is a cool pickup. Has so much, actually has a lot of armor and a lot of magic damage resistance, spell resistance. It's also it's a cool item, the Lotus Orb. It's a pretty damn neat item. Actually, really liking it. I'm not really sure what's gonna be. Yeah, Clockwork. That's not point. Well, it is point target, but it's not. Hold on. Like, let's just say that. Yeah, unit target. It has to be a unit target spell before the Lotus Orb triggers. Which is why something like the Weaver Swarm, the Sakuchi won't get mirrored. There are only a couple of spells this game that will get mirrored. Of course, the Earth Spike, yeah, that will drop as well. It's also unit target. Visage is also rather useless up against the Disruptor now. And Ice. Should be somewhat fine. But Empire, it looks like they want to force it again. They got everything off cooldown this time. Super, they're going to be trying to push him back here. I don't think it's going to mount to a fight just yet. House sitting off to the side. He wants that late initiation again. Has picked up the MKB to try to counter out that butterfly out from Silent. But looks like they're determined to go for this high ground. Silent has also farmed himself an MKB. So there will be no butterfly out from How. They're now going to go up high. There goes the missile. Super. I don't think, yep, they're going to be able to take it down in time. But the Soul Assumption on Silent, not really going to be able to do much. Silent, they're just impatiently waiting. Note the buybacks, though. Note the buybacks. Only one on Super so far this game. Gyrocopter is not going to be able to find one in time. I don't think anybody really are. Oh, How moving in from the side. The one initiate. There goes the Echo Slam. Everything onto the everything onto Super actually. FY now gonna get taken down as well. Getting tossed back. Ice is trying to TP out of his own cox. Not gonna happen. Buyback from the Shadow Fiend, and they managed to only bring down Ice. Now Disruptor dropping on the other side of the fight. They're trying to find How. If he drops, it's a disaster, and he's gonna die. They could counter initiate onto Super here. I don't think there's any more damage, and they're gonna try for it. There goes the slow. The homing missile is gonna connect. Super eating so much damage, and if he burns down, it's over. Maybe it's gonna be a dieback. No, eating the cheese is not dead just yet. Silent taking a lot of damage. Likewise with Resolution, they're burning down, and there goes. Oh, Yoku jumping into the middle of everything. Fenrir gonna drop as well. It's a team wipe. It's the GG. I don't think they can come back. Good game, well played. And GG out from ViCi. Not gonna be able to come back from this one. And very solid game out by Empire. What a performance. And what a win. As that was like this is not lucky. Like, I don't feel that game, basically you could say, like, alright, Empire, they got lucky. They just got lucky. ViCi, they weren't on top of their game. This was just Empire playing an amazing game. ViCi's execution was not half that bad, but Empire's execution was just better. That is rather surprising, actually. That is something I really, really, really like to see. But regardless, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.